The galaxy stretched endlessly, calm and indifferent. But humanity had seen the signs that no one else wanted to believe. Deep in the outer rim, massive alien fleets had been gathering, building weapons capable of destroying entire star systems. Humanity sent warnings across the stars, showing data, evidence, and even strategic predictions. But the galaxy laughed. On the council world of Zephyria, alien leaders watched the transmissions with amusement. "Humans are children," one hissed, a creature covered in silver scales. "They claim the galaxy is in danger. What can they possibly do?" They ignored the warnings. They mocked the humans. And in their arrogance, they believed themselves safe. On the human flagship Resolute, Captain Mirahala stared at the stars. Her fingers tapped lightly on the console, nerves steady but tense. "They won't listen," she said quietly to Admiral Taran. "They never do. But we cannot wait for them. We prepare. That is all we can do." Taran nodded grimly. "They think we are weak. That is their first mistake. Let us hope it is their last." The humans had spent decades preparing quietly. Shipyards worked day and night, producing sleek, advanced warships. Engineers designed weapons that combined speed, power, and precision, capable of striking hard and disappearing before the enemy could respond. Scientists studied alien movements, mapping the fleet's possible strategies and predicting attack routes. Every human mind was focused, every effort purposeful. Meanwhile, emissaries sent to other civilizations returned with laughter, disbelief, or outright dismissal. Some mocked humanity for wasting time on fantasies of danger. Others warned that humans were interfering in matters far beyond their understanding. Mira read the reports and clenched her jaw. Humanity had offered knowledge, insight, and cooperation and received only scorn, but humans did not panic. They did not waver. The Resolute moved through the void, its fleet in tight formation. Analysts projected alien movements on holographic displays, highlighting weak points, probable attack vectors, and potential hazards. Every detail mattered. Humanity had learned long ago that underestimation was their greatest advantage. "Prepare the forward scouts," Myra ordered. "We need eyes on the enemy before they make the first move. Let them think they are untouchable. Let them feel confident. Before we strike." Outside, the stars were calm, but the darkness hid growing threats. Alien fleets moved silently, gathering strength, unaware that humanity had already anticipated much of their plan. Humans had studied them, learned from them, and prepared to survive the coming storm. In a private conference, Taran spoke quietly to Myra. "We can't rely on anyone else. The galaxy doesn't take us seriously. If we fail, we are alone." Myra's gaze was steady. "Then we will not fail. Humanity has always survived when others underestimated us. Let them laugh. When the time comes, they will pay the price for ignoring our warnings." Somewhere in the distant shadows of space, alien warships shifted into position, their engines glowing faintly. They believed the humans were insignificant. They believed the warnings were lies. They were wrong. Humanity was ready not just to defend itself, but to fight back in a way the galaxy had never imagined. The stage was set. The warnings had been ignored. And soon, the galaxy would see what happens when humans are pushed to the edge, underestimated, and forced to stand their ground. The quiet of space shattered in an instant. Alarms blared across human colonies as massive alien warships appeared without warning. Their weapons glowed like small suns, and the first shots tore through the atmosphere of the border colony of Epsilon Prime. Explosions ripped through cities, and clouds of fire and smoke spread across the horizon. On the bridge of the flagship Resolute, Captain Mirahala gritted her teeth. "All units, respond immediately. Protect civilians and hold positions where you can. Do not let them break through. Admiral Terran's voice came over the comms, steady but urgent. Focus on defense first, strike second. We cannot afford to panic. Every life counts. Human fighters launched from orbital platforms, weaving between enemy beams, dodging explosions and striking at weak points. Ships of all sizes coordinated precise attacks, not with sheer numbers, but with clever strategy and careful timing. Each maneuver required courage, skill, and split-second thinking. On the ground, civilians ran for cover as human soldiers tried to evacuate them. Lieutenant Eric Voss led a squadron of transport ships through debris-filled skies, dodging energy blasts to rescue as many people as possible. Explosions shook the buildings around them, but every second counted, and every life mattered. Despite humanity's preparation, the aliens struck with terrifying efficiency. Entire districts were destroyed, and human ships were damaged or destroyed faster than crews could repair them. Yet even in the face of overwhelming force, humans refused to give up. Courage, intelligence, and determination became their greatest weapons. Meanwhile, scientists and scouts worked feverishly to track the alien fleet. They're moving faster than expected, reported Dr. Elias Khan from the Resolute. And they have reinforcements coming from a hidden system. This is not a simple strike, it's an entire campaign. Mira's eyes narrowed as she studied the projections. They think they can overwhelm us, she said quietly. They think they can destroy us in one blow. Let them try. They have no idea what humanity is capable of. The battle raged for hours, with humans gaining small victories against impossible odds. Stealth ships disabled key enemy systems, while fighter pilots struck at supply lines, slowing the alien advance. Every successful maneuver, every daring attack, reminded the galaxy that humans were not to be underestimated, but the true danger was yet to come. Recon teams reported a massive alien fleet emerging from a hidden star system. It dwarfed the first attackers in size and firepower, and its purpose was clear. The Empire intended to wipe out humanity completely. Captain Mira Hale stood tall on the bridge, her voice steady. Prepare the fleet for the full assault. This is only the beginning. They laughed at our warnings, and now they will see the cost of underestimating humanity. Outside, the alien warships glowed menacingly, ready for the next strike. Humanity had survived the first bloodshed, but the war was far from over. Every human ship, soldier, and mind had been tested, and the real test was only beginning. The galaxy had laughed at warnings. Now it would witness the fury, courage, and strategy of humans forced to defend everything they held dear. And when the next battle came, it would not just be survival, it would be humanity's first step toward victory. The galaxy was quiet again, but it was a dangerous quiet. Captain Mira Hale stood on the bridge of the Resolute, eyes scanning the holographic map of the alien fleet. The first strike had shown humanity's vulnerability, but it had also revealed an important truth. Clever strategy could defeat overwhelming power. We cannot wait for them to strike again, Mira said. We hit first. We hit hard. And we hit where it hurts most. Admiral Terran nodded grimly. Their main fleet is massive, but they are predictable. We know their patterns. This is our chance. Stealth ships left the human fleet, disappearing into the darkness. Using cloaking technology, small teams infiltrated enemy lines. They targeted supply stations, communication hubs, and energy depots. Explosions lit the void as alien systems failed one by one, leaving the main fleet disorganized. Inside the alien armada, confusion spread. Ships changed formation, firing blindly, unable to coordinate. The Empire had assumed humans would react slowly. They had assumed humans would fight recklessly. They were wrong. Humanity was patient, clever, and deadly when cornered. Lieutenant Eric Voss led a squadron through enemy defenses, striking at a massive supply hub. His fighters darted between energy beams, dodging explosions, and delivering precise strikes that crippled the enemy's reinforcements. Each daring attack slowed the alien advance and bought humanity precious time. Meanwhile, Commander Lyra Jin led an elite strike team toward the core of the hidden fleet, the alien command ship. It was massive, bristling with weapons and defended by dozens of escort vessels. Every move was calculated. One wrong step, one misfire, and the team could be annihilated. Dr. Elias Khan monitored their progress from the Resolute. "They are risking everything," he muttered. "But they have no choice. If the command ship remains intact, the Empire will strike again and humanity may not survive next time." The strike teams moved like shadows. Sensors failed to detect them, turrets fired at empty space, and panic began to spread among the alien crews. Explosions rocked the fleet as vital systems were destroyed from within. The Empire had underestimated humans' intelligence, courage, and precision. Back on the Resolute, Mira watched the chaos unfold. "This is only the beginning," she said. "They control the fleet, but we control the battlefield. And soon, they will pay for every mistake." The alien command ship remained the ultimate target. It controlled the fleet, coordinated attacks, and held the Empire's most powerful weapons. If humanity could destroy it, the war could be turned. But the path was deadly. Escape routes were narrow, defenses were strong, and the stakes were life or death. Outside, the stars stretched endlessly, silent witnesses to the unfolding war. Humanity's stealth and strategy had disrupted the enemy, but the main confrontation was still ahead. Every ship, every soldier, every pilot was ready for what came next. The hidden fleet had been damaged, its formations broken, but the alien command ship loomed like a shadow over the battlefield. Humanity had forced its hand. The Empire had no idea that their own overconfidence was leading them toward disaster. Captain Mira Hala clenched her fists. "Prepare the fleet for the final strike," she ordered. "We attack together, we strike decisively, and we show the galaxy what happens when humans fight with courage, skill, and heart." The preemptive strike had begun. The hidden fleet had been weakened, but the real battle was about to start. And when humans finally reached the alien command ship, the galaxy would see the full power of underestimated humanity. The stars glimmered quietly, but on the battlefield, nothing was calm. The human fleet faced the alien command ship head-on. It loomed like a dark fortress in space, massive, bristling with weapons, and protected by dozens of warships. Captain Marahale stood on the bridge of the Resolute, her eyes sharp, her mind focused. "This is it," she said to Admiral Taran, "the Empire's nerve center. Destroy it and we cripple their entire fleet. Fail, and everything we fought for is lost." Taran nodded. "All units, stay alert. Their weapons are deadly and their defenses are strong. Precision over power, strategy over strength." The battle erupted. Human fighters darted through enemy fire, striking at weak points, while larger ships focused on shielding weaker vessels and disrupting alien formations. Every move was calculated. Every maneuver had been trained for countless times. Meanwhile, Commander Lyra Jin led the elite strike team toward the core of the command ship. Turrets fired, energy beams cut through the void, and alarms screamed inside the massive vessel. One wrong move, one misstep, and the team could be vaporized. Yet they pressed forward, relying on speed, skill, and careful coordination. Inside the ship, the core pulsed like a heartbeat, unstable, dangerous, ready to destroy everything nearby. Dr. Elias Khan monitored from orbit. "You have minutes, not hours. If you fail, billions could die." Lyra nodded silently. With precision and courage, the team planted charges, rerouted energy, and triggered a controlled overload. Sirens blared, lights flickered, and the ship systems began to fail one by one. Outside, human fighters exploited the chaos, striking alien ships at their weakest points. Panic spread through the alien ranks. Their formations faltered, communication broke down, and confidence dissolved. They had underestimated humanity, and it was costing them everything. On the bridge of the Resolute, Mira gripped the railing. "This is what happens when you laugh at warnings," she said quietly. "This is what happens when you underestimate humans." The command ship exploded in a blinding flash of light, debris scattering across space. Alien fleets, thrown into chaos, retreated or fell to human attacks. The galaxy had witnessed something unexpected. Humans, underestimated for centuries, had turned clever strategy, courage, and determination into victory against impossible odds. Yet even in triumph, Mira knew this was only part of the story. Remnants of the alien empire still existed, hidden in distant star systems, their doomsday ambitions only delayed. Humanity had survived betrayal, deception, and overwhelming power, but the ultimate test remained ahead. "Prepare for the final assault," she ordered. "We finish this. We leave nothing for them to recover. Humanity will not be defeated." Outside, the void stretched endlessly, silent and indifferent. But humanity's spirit blazed brighter than any star. The reckoning had begun, and the galaxy would never forget the cost of underestimating humans. The stars seemed calm, but the galaxy itself was on fire. Humanity had struck the alien empire hard, destroying the command ship and crippling their fleet. Yet remnants of the empire remained hidden stations, surviving warships, and deadly doomsday weapons. Captain Mira Hale knew the war was not over. This was humanity's last chance to secure survival and to prove to the galaxy that humans could never be underestimated. On the bridge of the Resolute, Mira addressed the fleet. "This is it. The final strike. We move together, precise, fast, and fearless. The galaxy laughed at us before. Now they will see what humanity is capable of." Admiral Terran's voice came steady over the comms. "Every ship, every fighter, every team must act with skill. They are desperate. Expect everything." The fleet surged forward. Fighters weaved through enemy fire, capital ships fired coordinated volleys, and stealth teams slipped unseen into enemy lines. Every move was calculated. Every strike deadly. Commander Lyra Jin led the elite strike team toward the last doomsday station. Its energy pulsed like a heartbeat, unstable and dangerous. Alien turrets fired relentlessly, but the team moved with precision, planting charges and rerouting the core's energy systems. Seconds ticked by like hours. Dr. Elias Khan monitored from orbit. "You have seconds. If the core detonates before it is controlled, billions could die." Lyra's team pressed on. Explosions rocked the station as the charges ignited. Systems failed. Turrets shut down. The doomsday weapon, built to destroy human worlds, now teetered on the brink of collapse. Meanwhile, the human fleet engaged the remaining alien ships. Courage, strategy, and timing turned the tide. Alien formations fell apart, ships retreated, and panic spread like wildfire. For the first time, the Empire realized humans were far more than they had imagined. On the bridge of the Resolute, Captain Mira watched the explosions with a grim smile. "They thought they could destroy us," she said quietly. "They were wrong. Always wrong." The doomsday station erupted in a controlled explosion, debris scattering harmlessly into space. Remaining alien ships fled into the darkness, their power broken, their arrogance shattered. Humanity had survived, fought back, and won. Yet victory had a cost. Many ships were damaged, and brave pilots and strike teams had given their lives. But their sacrifice had secured humanity's future and sent a warning across the galaxy. Underestimate humans at your peril. Across star systems, other civilizations looked on, some with fear, some with awe. Humanity had proven that courage, intelligence, and determination could overcome impossible odds. The galaxy had laughed at warnings, mocked strength, and ignored skill, but it had paid the price. Mira turned to her crew. "We've won today," she said, "but humanity does not stop here. We protect our worlds. We prepare for the future. And we never allow anyone to underestimate us again." The stars stretched endlessly, silent witnesses to the battle that had just ended. But humanity's flame burned brighter than any star. Their last stand had become a victory, their courage a legend. The galaxy would never forget it, and in that silence, one truth remained clear. Humanity had survived the impossible, fought with honor, and emerged stronger. The stars burned, not with death, but with proof that humans were not to be ignored, mocked, or defeated. The galaxy had learned its lesson. Humanity had made its last stand, and the stars would remember it forever.